Hey guys, this is a property that I've been doing for a couple of years now. I only do the leaf work here on this property, but the house is situated in a neighborhood where there are a lot of trees. I mean, all throughout this community, there are trees everywhere. And I typically only do the front yard on this property. But as you can see, it has a lot of leaves. And so for jobs like this, you definitely want to make sure that you have some help out there with you when you're doing these type of jobs. Now, I've done it solo before, and I see a lot of guys out here on YouTube working, and they appear to be working solo. They talk about working solo, but I think for longevity in this space, when you're doing strenuous work like this, you really want to look at having somebody out there when you do jobs like this. And some of the people who are doing things solo, maybe they're just doing a grass cutting, but even then, I think it's really valuable to have somebody out there who can do the trimming for you, do the blowing. I like to go on the property, and by the time I'm finished cutting the property, for the most part, my weed eater guy, he's finished weed eating. He's ready to blow the property, or he's blowing the property. I like to cut, put my mower back on the trailer, and head off to the next property. So, when you're thinking about how many yards you can do by yourself, it makes it, that much easier to do more properties with help. Just looking at this leaf job here, and you can see it's a lot of leaves. And typically when we do a leaf job, we blow the leaves. We use the tarps, so we'll rake the leaves on to the tarps, and we'll drag those leaves either into a wooded area if the client is fine with that. A lot of clients, maybe they've done it themselves, and it's just easier for them to take it into the woods, and so they're used to that. Obviously, this stuff is going to decompose and go back to the ground, so we'll either drag the leaves into the woods, or we'll take the leaves away. Sometimes I work with some other guys who have vacuum systems, because I haven't invested in the vacuum system at this point. Just not the right time for my business right now to do that. But that's another option. And, those guys come out and they're pretty quick. They vacuum it up and get the place really clean. So that's a good thing. But again, just having someone there when you're dragging leaves, when you're lifting leaves, these leaves can be anywhere from 125 pounds to, 200 pounds. You're talking about wet leaves. Those things are heavy. And I've done it solo, but it's not something that I like to do on a regular basis. This is when you're thinking about for the long haul and you're out here season after season, you want to preserve your body. And so one way to do that is to make sure you have someone out here helping you. And another thing is look to establish crews. You get your process down and you just show your crew how to do things the way that you do it, so that you don't have to always be out here doing the work. You can grow your business. I'm always open to new clients. I'm always looking to grow my business. And I'm fine with growing the business beyond what I can do myself. I don't want to limit myself to only what I can do, because ultimately, for this to be business for me, I want to have a crews out here working, and I'm really trying to work with clients, meet new clients, and grow the client base. So it's really important to have someone that you can show how you work, what the expectations are, and get them to a place where you're comfortable leaving them or sending them out to do the work, and they can do it the way that you would do it. And then you can always come behind that person and inspect their work and ensure that, yep, it's up to par, it's the way that you would do it. And that certainly keeps the client happy, and it protects your brand. So, you see here, I'm kind of working off to the side, and I'm putting leaves on the tarp. But after the leaves are on the tarp, they're ready to go. Now I'm checking in with my guy and saying, hey, let's get these leaves and put them on a trailer. And so that's what we did. The help is priceless, really. And when you think about it, just think about how you price a job, how you price a job and what's the cost of help. So you can really see I can do more jobs if I'm not worn out from one or two jobs like this, right? Where you have to pull and lift, and you're dealing with some serious weight all day. You're standing up all day, you're walking. So, landscaping, lawn care, it's a workout, and it's every day. We're out here every day. We're making it happen. And so to have someone to help you carry that load, man, that is really, really important. So I just want to stress that to guys who are out here and they've been doing it. I use part-time guys. I don't have full-time workers. And like I said, haven't had great success with finding someone long-term to stick around. But that's what I'm looking for, that one worker who will come on board and stick with it and stay around. And then potentially I can look at making that person a full-time employee and hopefully putting them in charge of a crew, because they've worked alongside me. They understand the heart of the business and the spirit with how I conduct business. So they can certainly pass that on to the next person. And you just build a culture of your business that way. So please consider it. Please consider adding that part-time person at least to your own personal crew that can kind of help you manage your day-to-day activity and carry some of the load for you, and take some of the pressure off, or wear and tear, I should say, off of your body. Because I know at the end of the day, after working, you get home, you can feel it. But think about it. If you're doing 10 yards a day by yourself, and you get someone who can do all the trimming, all the blowing, and help you collect equipment and put the equipment on your trailer, man, that's going to save you a lot of time, and it's going to enable you to do more yards than you're currently doing. And so you're actually going to generate a lot more revenue paying someone to help you. So it's not going to hurt you to bring someone on if you can still grow your business. And I found that something as simple as yard signs generates a lot of business for me. Whenever I put out a yard sign, I may pay $130 for 20, 25 yard signs. And essentially, a few days after putting them out, I'm getting calls and clients from those yard signs. And one client essentially will pay for those yard signs in a few weeks. So it's a great investment to the business. You can grow the business that way with your yard sign. Certainly word of mouth is going to be another tool to help you grow your business. And then people just seeing your work. Obviously, neighbors come by whenever you're in the neighborhood on a regular basis. They see the work that you do. They may have something that they need help with, and so they'll stop by and ask some questions. And it's just another opportunity, just another way for you to add clients to your book of business. Look at these pals, though. Look at these pals. I'm telling you, these leaves here, they were pretty dry for the most part. So the dry leaves aren't as bad. They aren't as heavy. But when you get that moisture on those leaves hold the moisture. And so it's like carrying the leaves and several big jugs of water as well. All that moisture is still there, and they can really be heavy. But again, even these leaves, though they weren't as heavy as wet leaves, they still had weight, and they still required two people to carry them. So here's some of the finished photos. You can see kind of the before and the after. But again, wish you guys all the best. Again, just wanted to stress the importance of having some help out there when you're working. I think it's going to be a big benefit. So carry on.